Having replayed Assassin's Creed Odyssey thoroughly in preparation for this review has afforded this reviewer a slightly different perspective on the game and its first DLC expansion, Legacy of the First Blade. This revised view of Odyssey has certainly been influenced by the experience of Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Odyssey is an absolutely immense, almost overwhelming expanse of places to discover and gorgeous vistas to behold. The sheer variety of locations is vast, and this still holds true despite there being many copy and paste ideas of small forts and camps. This reviewer once again relished being able to traverse the beautiful virtual ancient Greek landscapes that are central to the Odyssey experience. This time around though, despite the combat still being a bone of contention, this reviewer also relished in the absence of a stamina bar, and the ability to free fall without damage was also wonderful to have again. Assassin's Creed Odyssey has two expansion releases, Legacy of the First Blade and The Fate of Atlantis, both released in a 3-episode structure. Although players can play Legacy after episode 7 of the main quest line in Odyssey if they are level 28 or above, it is probably most suitable to play this after you have experienced everything you can in Odyssey. Although of course this is far from obligatory. The first episode, Hunted, released in December of 2018, will see the main protagonist, either Cassandra or Alexius, together with Barnabas, offer to help some new characters to move. Where they are moving to, and as to the exact nature of why they are wishing to move, forms the basis of Legacy's story-driven focus. Unlike Fate of Atlantis, Legacy doesn't provide any new areas of exploration, but utilises the existing open world within Odyssey. Hunted is set in Macedonia, which is an area that players may not have fully explored even if they have completed most of what Odyssey's base game offers. Although Macedonia doesn't have as many areas to discover as most other regions, it does have an abundance of wildlife, olive trees and mineral rocks to collect. As Hunted does comprise of a fair bit of running around, it is a good time to be gathering to help upgrade legendary items or to help upgrade the Adrestia, the player's ship. Hunted also introduces players to a new secret order known as the Order, expanding the system of cult members to track down, as well as offering a few quite notable side quests. The second episode, released in January of 2019, Shadow Heritage, is set in Achaea. For this review it is the weakest and most problematic of the 3 episodes, as Legacy's story focuses its attention on towards more personal matters for Cassandra or Alexius. There is a noticeable absence of any involvement from the main protagonist's actual family. Neither the mother nor the sister or brother, depending on which character you have decided to play, make even the slightest appearance in the whole episode. Above this though is that which the story is implementing here requires far more time to establish, and would have worked far more if this had been intertwined into the base game story, with Legacy building upon that. However, it only builds on very fleeting moments established in episode 1, and no matter how hard the actors try to deliver with the scripts they have, it just feels flat and at times over the top. Having experienced Valhalla, the weakness in the way some cutscenes are edited, jarring, too fleeting, not focused enough, is made more apparent. There are though some entertaining quests here, a chance to get a new weapon for the Adrestia, and an amusing continuation of a side quest line from episode 1. All 3 episodes also offer a nice range of new legendary weapons, as well as new armor pieces of different rarities. Episode 2 was met with some controversy on its release, largely by a minority of people who either don't understand or do not wish to accept how human procreational biology actually works. Episode 3, released in March 2019, Bloodline, is set in Messenia and does a good job of bringing Legacy to a dramatic ending. The more emotional aspects of the story work slightly better here because it has the luxury of the previous 2 episodes. It also, more importantly, does an adequate job of establishing the rationale for how Assassin's Creed Origins, and therefore all subsequent Assassin's Creeds, begins. Legacy of the First Blade probably does not deserve to win any awards for the way it delivers story and narration, nor is it anywhere near the best DLC expansion ever released. However, for those players who enjoyed the Experience Odyssey, it is a worthwhile extension of the main game, allowing their chosen main antagonist the possibility to not only explore a new story, fight the forces of evil, but perhaps also to gain a chance at happiness.
Who dare to see courageously the destiny.